Alright, everyone, welcome back to the Cardinals franchise. It is the divisional round of the playoffs here, and I made an oopsie, which was not related to the game specifically, but I forgot to record my audio, so this is me from the future commentating over my video that I already took. So at least I didn't have to replay the game, but still very annoying that I forgot to record my audio, but that's besides the point. But we are here in the divisional round at this point, after our first round bye. Again, if you haven't caught up on that, I would suggest catching up, and I would also suggest watching Voodoo's channel. He controls the Giants, who were in the wild card, and I would check out his video before coming here. Aside from that, let's go to the weekly strategy here. I forget. Oh, actually, no. Sorry, I lied. Let's go to the weekly recap. I forgot that I did that. So we go there first, and you see Week 18's results here. Giants, Eagles, Jackson Dart throwing this one out to Mike Widener for a touchdown. They win 24-21 to win the division. And Patriots 8-9, Bills 11-6. And this is a really nice throw from Drake May. And it's a Kyle Williams who breaks off a tackle, and they win 30-27, which puts the Patriots in the playoffs. In the wild card, the last wild card spot, surprisingly. The 9-8 Bucks versus the 13-4 Panthers, two teams that are playoff teams. And Baker throws a dart to Mike Evans for a 23-20 win over the 13-4 Panthers. And both teams at this point here, but not all teams, I should say, because they faced each other in week hold on, brain, what? In the wild card. Yes, these are actually all in the wild card. I lied. Those are all wild card games. I was like, I swear all these were wild cards, because they were. So yes, the Bucks win, and we were playing them today here. They're the 7th seed. We are the 1 seed. They beat the 2nd seed Panthers. Patriots beats the Bills in an upset game. Giants, I think they did still win the division, but they beat the Eagles, playing for the 3rd time. So we set up our things here. Let's see, I forget what I decided. I think I just kind of said, let's go with what we normally go with for the most part. Gonna keep the 2 scouting ones that we initially had last week, I believe. And yeah, I mean, I think most of it is pretty much the exact same. Who knows what I was talking about at this point? Who knows? I think I was thinking through, like, hey, maybe do we need any of these? My answer is no. I can tell you that now. It is no. We decided, let's just focus on winning the game. So we put on our field general. We have our 2 defensive scheme plays there. And then we do have an additional play sheet available this week. I forget if I had it last week, but this week for sure. We put our 3-4 defense in, put our red zone passing, and then I think we decided on 3-3-5, or maybe it was 4-2-5 that we decided on. It was one of those two, I believe. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't remember though. It is the 4-2-5? Is that what we're choosing? Who knows why I'm taking so long? Yeah, okay, 4-2-5. Awesome. And then we have 2 trainer abilities now. So we will put on our game shield, which they hate putting on for us. And then I don't exactly remember what we chose, because there's a ton that we had to look through. So we'll see. I can't recall exactly. probably, I don't know. Let's see. I don't know. Maybe the injury shield. I think that's what I chose because I was like, ooh, that looks good. Yes, that is what I did. So we chose that. And we continue forward here. We simulate our training. And going off of that, we do get James Conner back this week, who is out week 18 and also is still out on our bye week, our first round bye. So luckily he was back for this game. We have some upgrades here. Ryan Stonehouse, our punter, who has 99 kick power, so obviously we're focused on his accuracy. Goes up to an 80. Nothing too crazy, just an accuracy, and does get his ability slot, which gives us the Zen kicker, which again, I don't fully know if that affects him or not, but it might. It might. Probably does. And the other two guys, I think I just said, hey, just be a better player at what you're already good at. I think Moses Cohen, run stopper, and then Antoine Meander. I think I chose zone for him, actually, because his zone is quite poor. Yeah, that is what we did there. He gets 2 zone. Still trying to develop him, but not too sure if he's going to be a starter anytime in the future here. But we head right into this game and take on the team that beat us and knocked us out of the playoffs last year in the wild card round. But this time we're in the divisional, but it is still our first game against them, but we're at home this time. Last time we were the 5 seed taking on the Bucs in Tampa Bay, as they were the 4 seed, and they beat us, and beat us pretty badly. But we'll see if that can continue today, as we are at home. The crowd is hot and excited and ready to see if the Cardinals can continue their incredible season at 15-2, heading into a 9-8 clash against the Bucs. So I believe you see down below, we do receive, but down below we see that the Patriots upset the Ravens 17-7 on a crazy run right now. Or the Patriots took down the Bills and the Ravens, but the Buccaneers at quarterback have Baker Mayfield still. They also have Bucky Irvin and Kareem Stockton, the rookie. Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Jalen McMillan at receiver, Tez Johnson as well. But Emeka Egbuka is out for this game, which is a key piece. I mean, he's very good. Cade Otton is their tight end 1. Tristan Wirfs, they're missing their left guard, Ben Barch. So they have rookie Kerry Perriman starting at left guard. Graham Barton at center, Cody Mock at right guard, Luke Gadecki at right tackle. So very good offense outside of their left guard injury. And then obviously Emeka Egbuka is a tough one. And then a big matchup here, Baron Browning, who we traded to the Buccaneers for Jamel Dean in a revenge game for both of those guys, starting at left edge for them today. It looks like he's been playing pretty well there. And at right edge, they have Yaya Diaby, Vita Vea, and Travis Jones in the D tackle spot. Troy Anderson is their Sam. Rookie Hunter Stringer, who looks really good at Mike. And Malik Harrison is their Will. At corner, Zion McCollum and Jacob Parrish. At corner 3 is Josh Hayes. It's a little bit of a weaker spot there because Benjamin Morrison is out with an injury this week. And obviously we took Jamel Dean from them, so kind of a big deal there. Free safety, they're missing Antoine Winfield Jr., another big piece that they're missing. So they're going to start second-year player J.J. Roberts. And then at strong safety, obviously Tyke Smith, he had a pretty good game against us in the playoffs last year. And Chase McLaughlin and Corliss Waitman are their special team players there. And we also see the Bengals beat the Chiefs 24-17. So Bengals Patriots AFC Championship game is set. We take the kickoff here with Calvin Allen. We only get to the 25. And you see below that Voodoo, spoiler alert, did lose 26-21 versus the Packers, who are one of the only teams we lost to this year. So we don't like seeing them at all. But we're focusing on this game here as we start off with a Trey Benson to stretch to the right side, juking out a defender and getting a nice gain of 18. And first play on that special teams return, Team Davis Gaither went down, but he'll be all right. So just coming back out here, Benson in the backfield, Mike Wilson in motion. It's going to be a quick RPO, and we tried throwing it to Marvin Harrison. But I do remember this play. I was like, really, this again? This happened, I think, last season. We just pull the RPO pass a little bit too late, which causes a weird collision issue with Kyler's arm and the running back. So remember it happened with James Conner last time. But it's a 2nd and 10. We trot out Benson again and try to toss it out to him. And just the block wasn't there from Paris Johnson at all. We lose 5 yards. So not a great job there, but 3rd and 15 to start off this first drive. Not a great way to start. Let's see if we can convert here as James Conner is on the field now. And Kyler looking, rolling out right, trying to find something, throwing it. But incomplete. Yaya Diaby, who had a great game last time we met in the playoffs, makes the hit on Kyler. So we're going to have to punt with Stonehouse. And he is going to get this one off inside the 10. And that one down by Max Melton at the 2-yard line. It's a great punt from Stonehouse. Baker Mayfield coming on the field now, 3,600 yards, 65 completion percentage, 26 touchdowns to 12 interceptions. Not the best season for Baker for sure, but definitely a down year for the Bucs overall. But we'll see here. 1st down and 10 from the 2. Feel like this would be a pass play, and it is. And Baker finding a quick throw. Chris Godwin tackle quickly, gain of 4. Will Johnson there on the tackle. So that brings up a 2nd and 6 from their 7-yard line. Really leaves a lot of available options here play-wise because they could easily run it. They have the space to continue passing it. They're going to go pass here with Baker, and he just gets it out to Bucky Irvin in the flat. Spins out a defender, and he gets it to the 35. Just was not ready to get out there to defend Bucky in the flat there. And they take advantage and get a 1st down. Baker now takes the snap. It's a pass. Looking, finding Cade Otton open for 8. 2nd and 2. We'll see here if they decide to start running it with a 2 tight end set. They might. Because Bucky Irvin is a very good running back, and they have a good O-line, so we'll see. Team Davis Gaither is back in the game, and they do run it with Bucky Irvin, who gets the 1st down. Jamel Dean with the tackle that saves a bigger gain, but it's just still enough for a 1st from the 48-yard line now. Bucky Irvin with another run, and missing is Walter Nolan, and a great run for Bucky Irvin, crossing to the 38 on the other side of the field. And they are moving down the field very easily here. And this is what I was concerned about, was our defense versus this offense, because it struggled last time and it struggled against really good offenses this season. And here's a big play. Chris Godwin on the run, getting the catch to the 14. A great play from Chris Godwin. They're continuing this great momentum right now. Incredible throw from Baker. 1st down and from the 14. Going past once again, looking. Baker finding man open. It's Jalen McMillan with the touchdown. Garrett Williams gets beat in coverage there. Man coverage, and they're going to go up first 7-0. Pending this PAT. And he knocks it through. McLaughlin. So not a great start for our defense. Obviously, they moved down the field extremely easily. They went 97 yards on 7 plays. So not a good look. Does not bode well for the rest of the game. But Calvin Allen with the return here. With a chance, with some space, gets tackled down at the 36. But a solid return nonetheless. Come back out here. Going heavy. We get Trey Benson back in the game. But we're going to put Connor back in after this play here. Going to try a run outside with Trey Benson with blocks ahead of him. And Parrish Johnson finally with the block ahead of him. And a nice play to the 42. Parrish with the tackle. Sets up a huge first down, and we're already in Brandon Aubrey field goal range here. Connor on the field now, motioning Tip Ryman out wide. We're going past, going quick over to Marvin Harrison, wide open over the middle. Huge gain there. 24. And now we're moving down the field very quickly, trying to match what the Bucs brought on their first drive. Make up for what we missed out on our first drive. Here's a quick run. James Conner with blocks ahead of him. James Conner fighting down to the 2-yard line. Great blocks there. Great blocking and great run overall. James Conner now in the backfield, going goal line here. We're looking, motioning O'Keefe. It's a run for Conner, but he gets stopped. It's Stringer. No, I think I meant it was Gibbons. I made that mistake last time, too. I remembered that. No gain on the play. So 2nd and goal from the 2. We're trying a little play action. Risky here, and we did this before earlier in the season, and it worked, but this time did not. Fadakasi with the stop. 3rd and goal. They just were all over that one. So 3rd and goal from the 5. Looking pass, finding a man. It's going to be Mike Wilson with the catch and touchdown. And pending a PAT, we tie this one up here. And Aubrey knocks it through. So really good drive to respond there. And now we just got to see if our defense can get any sort of positive plays going our way, because they pretty much picked up at least 4 yards every play on their drive last time here. And here's a run. Kareem Stockton, the rookie running back, takes a big hit from Owen Papo, but it's going to be stopped at 24. We'll see if the Bucs can continue their offensive success. And it's going to be a first down from the 24. Baker motioning Cade Otton. Looks like it might be a pass, and it is. He goes out to Otton for a quick gain of 4. Reed Blankenship on the tackle. So 2nd and 6 from the 28. Again, we're really worried about those 2 receivers on the left side, because they can dominate a game. Baker looking, finding space to run up the middle. Huge gain, takes a hit, fumble ball's out, but we could not land on it. And it's recovered by Graham Barton. Yeah, and this is insane, because how in the world do you not get this play? Because, boom, big hit right there. It was, I believe, Mac Wilson from behind. Yeah, who punched it out. Budda Baker missed it. Walter Nolan missed it. Mac Wilson missed it. Jalen Thompson missed it. Somehow the lineman, Graham Barton, able to recover it. Crazy play. I mean, incredible play from Graham Barton to pick it up, but just terrible job from the defense to not be able to get that one. So under a minute to go, it's going to be a quick RPO out to Chris Godwin. Takes a couple hits and gets 9 yards. 2nd and 1. Yeah, that play could have been a huge turn of events there, but it was not. And looks like it will be the last play of the first quarter in a 7-7 tie game, with the Bucs in field goal range, looking to put some points on the board. Driving right now in a 1st down and 10 situation. Sorry, 2nd and 1 situation. Not 1st and 10 quite yet. But with how the Bucs have been moving, very well could be. So 2nd and 1 at the top of the second. Quick run up the middle, but it's going to be enough for Bucky Irving to reach out and get the first down. It was a great job from Mac Wilson to get there, but Bucky was very aware of where the line to gain was and just reached out before his knee hit the ground to get the first. And here's another run. Bucky Irving outside, finding 2 yards. It's Jalen Thompson on the tackle. Brings up a 2nd and 8. 3 receivers out to the left side. From the 31-yard line, Baker takes the snap, finding Mike Evans with the catch to the 7-yard line. Just had the inside leverage there on Will Johnson to make that play, and a great ball from Baker as well. You know, that isn't necessarily an easy play to make. But here's going to be a run. Bucky Irving finding 2 yards. Great job from Cody Simon and Walter Nolan to combine on the tackle there. So 2nd and goal. From the 5. Baker empty, looking, finding a throw. It's caught. It's Mike Evans for a touchdown. And yeah, I mean, he's just a really good contested catch receiver. It is just really difficult, man. It is difficult to defend. Even though he's not super fast and he doesn't have the best route running ability. Just tough. It is a very tough to defend. Here's Ramos on the return, trying to take it back the other way. Only gets 23, so not the best return. But if we're going to win this game today, our offense has to continue firing. And here's going to be a run. James Conner running to a brick wall, losing 3. It's Travis Jones on the tackle. Yeah, I mean, they were ready for that one. So we said, okay, we need to, I think, throw it. Because they were doing a really solid job against the run. A little bit more, but the pass, they were more susceptible. And they're missing 2 secondary players. Here's a quick throw out to Trey Benson in the flat with Yaya Diaby in coverage. Gain of 8. So much more manageable 3rd and 5. I accidentally picked the play that I didn't want to, so we had to change out of it. So we do. 3rd and 5. Murray takes a snap, looking, rolling out right, trying to find something, throws it on the run. Marvin Harrison can't bring it in. It's a good ball from Kyler. Just Marvin making a rare drop in a situation like that where he usually would catch it. So we have to punt. 4th and 5 from the 29. Stonehouse, full power, knocking this one to the returner Stockton, and he's gonna get hit hard down at the 23. So really good punt, but could have used some points there, as the Bucs now have a chance to go up 2 scores. And with how their offense has been playing, it's very likely that they will. And here is a big hit on a run for Bucky Irving. Mac Wilson there on the play. So 2nd and 12, and that's what we need to do. We need to put them in long field to gain situations, yards, and that's a big hit. Jalen Thompson only getting 3, but yeah, we need to keep him on 2nd and 3rd and longs here, because we don't want to give them the option to run it, and we also don't want them to get some short completions. We want to force the longer passes, keep Baker in the pocket for longer, and that's a good defensive play. Reed Blankenship in great coverage there. Wasn't aware of where the ball was, but he had great coverage to the point where Baker just threw it right into Reed Blankenship's head. And we force a punt in a key point of time. And it's Calvin Allen with the chance to return here. And he tries to get this one around somebody, only gets to the 35. But a very good job from the defense here to get a stop. Yeah, that was a key stop there. Under 5 minutes to go in the half. We're looking for something here. We're looking for a little play action boot. We like this play. We think it can be a nice yard gainer here. We'll see a little play action. Kyler rolling out, just going to dump this one out to Trey Benson. Breaks the tackle and keeps fighting. Gain of 9. I mean, that's just incredible fight from Trey Benson to get that 9 yards. And now we have second and short. Trey Benson up the middle. Gets the run for enough to the 48-yard line. First down to 48. Changing out of the read option to a pass here. Looking quick. Trying to find Tip Ryman. He gets the catch. Gain of 7. Second and 3. And that's what we need to do. We need to keep ahead of schedule here. So we look to bring James Conner in next play. And this one going to be a quick throw on the comeback. Little hitch route for Wilson for first down. Yeah, staying ahead of schedule is very important. You don't want to take any negative plays. Here's James Conner with a quick run. Being patient, finding a first down. Gain of 13. It's a nice play there from James Conner. You know, using some of what he learned under playing with Le'Veon Bell back in his days in Pittsburgh. The patience. And here's a quick run. James Conner again. Only getting a yard, but that brings us to the 2-minute warning. Bucks up 7, but we are driving, looking to tie it up. Second and 9. Kyler setting Tip Ryman in motion. And looking pass. Kyler dropping back, gonna throw it out to James Conner, and he's gonna fight through contact to the 9. Gain of 15 there. And again, we're not really in a rush here. The Bucks want to get the ball back, though. They take a timeout. And we notice that. We see that. We recognize, hey, the Bucks get the ball after halftime. And they have timeouts to stop this enough to get the ball back with about a minute left. Here's a run. James Conner, gain of 6. They take their second timeout. Yeah, we really don't want to give them a chance to score more points. That is the last thing we want to do because this offense is very good. We don't want to give them more opportunities. Here's a run. James Conner fighting down to the 2. Gets a yard. That's the last timeout for Tampa Bay. And now is a situation where we're looking to score because they're out of their timeouts, but I know we'll see. Third and goal from the 2. Looking pass quick. Marvin Harrison can't bring it in. And there's an injury timeout on our end. And that one is Evan Brown, our left guard. And we're going to go for it here on 4th and goal because we really want to win this game. And I feel like there's no reason not to. Here's a read option, but they're all over it. And that's an incredible play there from Fadakasi, I believe. And leg cramps for Evan Brown. We're going to bring in Mason McCormick, who we traded for. So minute 35 left from the 6-yard line for the Bucks to work with. Definitely not what we wanted to give them. But they got to go far with not a lot of time and no timeouts. So we'll see if we can stop them. Motioning out a receiver. It's just going to be a missed throw. Not really on the same page there with Bucky Irving. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. Really looking at Chris Godwin here, making sure he doesn't get open. Baker looking, finding a sack. Dylan Easley, we take a timeout. 3rd and 12. The rookie making the impact play there. So it's 3rd and 12 from the 3. Baker looking just to run this one. Gets a yard from Bucky Irving. Leaves another timeout, and defense again coming up with a nice stop. And defense surprising us right now. We haven't pinned deep. We're trying to get some sort of positive play here. Trying to block this one. We cannot. I accidentally dove down with the returner there, and we're just going to let the ball go. And they down it at the 42. So with one timeout, minute 19 left, we have time to go and score and tie this one up like we meant to do last drive. So we'll see if we can do that here. We're looking Looking past Kyler, just going to toss this one out to an open Trey McBride for a first down. Clock is running. We're not in an immediate hurry because we don't really want to give them time still. But with a minute left here, taking a snap, looking screen, Trey Benson. Blocker's just not doing a good job there. Gets 5 out of bounds. Brings up a 2nd and 5 from the 36. We are on schedule here. Kyler looking. Surveying, takes a shot. Try to get it to Marvin Harrison. We saw the pressure coming in and could not get it out in time. I believe that was Yaya Diaby in there on the pressure. Another play going quick. Mike Wilson fighting for the first down gives us a new set of downs to work with. We are not taking our timeout yet with under 30 seconds to go. Kyler takes the snap, looking, pressure, finding almost a disastrous play as we took a hit, threw it into Gibbons. Luckily, he was not prepared for the ball to go right into his face. And an incompletion. So 2nd and 10, 19 seconds left. We have all of our timeouts. We're going to take a quick one here. We see the defense. Mike Wilson gets the catch over the middle. We take our timeout, get us to the 18. So now we're looking for end zone shots or out of bounds here. So I'm liking Marvin Harrison. I'm liking Trey McBride here. Looking, quick throw. It's going to be an open man. It's Trey McBride for a touchdown. He just found an open spot in the end zone there. And, yeah, I mean, just great job on the rookie, I believe. That was, that was Hunter Stringer, the rookie. Just not able to keep up with one of the best tight ends in football. And he makes a great play, great route. Safety was not able to go over and help. And we make a great play. Brandon Aubrey here with the PAT. Knocks it through to tie this one up with 11 seconds to go. So not exactly how we intended on getting it done, but it works out probably for the best because we score and we didn't give the Bucs time to score again. So in the grand scheme of things, we're happy with how that worked out, believe it or not. Tez Johnson on a return, and we're just trying to stop him. Gets to 23. Now they're going gun here, so I was like, okay, let's prepare for a pass just in case. But, you know, they do decide to run it with Bucky, and Walter Nolan's all over that. Only a yard to take us into halftime. Tie ball game, 14-14. Both teams flashing great offensive and defensive football. And we head into halftime to see how the rest of the games are going in this divisional round. So, not a bad start for us thus far. We see Giants, Packers once again. Go watch that video if you haven't already from Vuda's channel. It's a run from Scadaboo, but he loses the football, and it's recovered. And they lose a close one, 26-21. McKinney forces that one out. Edgerrin Cooper picks it up. Devastating loss after a really great back end of the season for the Giants to win the division. But, you know, still a good season from them. Bengals, Chiefs, Burrow throwing it to Jamar Chase, and just that connection easily going to get into the end zone. 24-17. Chiefs will not be going back to the Super Bowl, so we will have a new Super Bowl matchup this season, which is great to see. Patriots, Ravens. We saw earlier 17-7 win for the Patriots, but let's see in the little bit of a murky game here. Handoff, Travion Henderson breaks a tackle, jukes inside, jukes again, stiff arming for a touchdown, and 17-7 win. Great defensive performance, holding Lamar to only 102 yards passing. So the AFC matchup is determined for the championship game, and we have either us or the Buccaneers heading to play Green Bay. And thus far, it's been pretty even, honestly. Both offenses have shown really good drives, but also have kind of fallen apart at certain times. Baker's been very efficient. Kyler's been decently efficient. The run games for both teams have been efficient. It's been an interesting game thus far, but it's very, very even matchup here. as we kick this one off to Tampa Bay, who are looking to take their lead back here. And Kareem Stockton, the rookie, with a return, taking it out, takes a huge shot, but holds on to the 23. Here comes Baker. This offense really looking for a little bit more than they got at the end of the half. And here's a quick one. Otten for almost a first down, 2nd and inches. It's a nice play to start it off, keep you ahead of schedule. Yeah, this defense looking to continue what they were doing at the end of half in the second quarter, where we were just able to get some stops on the Bucs offense. And 2nd and inches, a little toss out to the rookie tight ends, and he breaks a tackle and gets it to the 44. That's a huge play from the second tight end there. Forget his name, unfortunately, but big first down there to the 44. Baker motioning Cade Otten. And it's going to go play action here, finding a quick throw, and it's going to be almost intercepted. Jalen McMillan breaks a tackle, and oh my goodness, he breaks free. How did he get that free? Jalen McMillan touchdown. They didn't need Emeka Egbuka at all. I mean, this was a crazy play. Jamel Dean almost jumps this for an interception. Doesn't. Jalen McMillan just puts his body in, breaks a tackle or two with a Mack Wilson miss, and then he jukes out Will Johnson, and manages to get Cade Otten to kind of just be in the way. And then Jalen Thompson and Budda Baker kind of run into each other with the other Buccaneer players there. And Jalen McMillan just gets the touchdown extremely quickly to take the lead back, 21-14. Incredible play from Jalen McMillan. And yeah, clearly they don't need Emeka Egbuka today, because Jalen McMillan makes an incredible play there in a very impactful spot here. We get a return here from Calvin Allen. Yeah, he's going to find some space. Calvin Allen getting stuck behind a blocker, but still managing to get to the 35. Nice play there. And we'll see if we can answer that quick touchdown. We bring Trey Benson in. We're going to take Connor in after this one. Here's going to be Trey Benson. Nice run. Gain of 13 to start off. Great play. It's always nice to start off with a first down run and get another first down. We're going to come in here with James Conner, looking a little play action here. And we're finding Mike Wilson open, turns around to adjust for it, and makes the play to the 29-yard line. Great play from Michael Wilson. And we continue into field goal range now, looking to try to tie it up again. Connor looking, they're probably running it here again. And we hand it off to him, and he's got some space, and he's going to fight down for another first down run to the 19. As our offense just looks really efficient right now, especially the run game, finding success. I'm going to try another little play action play here. And Kyler takes it, and we're getting pressured. We have to dump it out. It's almost intercepted. Tip Ryman can't bring it in. But we got very lucky there that was not a pick six, because very well could have been. 2nd and 10. We're going to try a little play action the other way this time. And Kyler takes it, has a little bit of time throwing it. Tip Ryman can't bring it in. And we've seen that constantly this season. He's had some drop issues. Last season, he was a bit more clutch in those contested catch areas. This season, he has just not been, and that's why we've kind of thrown it to him less. That's why he's had less of a role. And, you know, it sucks. But, you know, if you're not going to play well, you're not going to get the ball. Here's another throw. Trey McBride on the same type of route, corner route, this time versus Gibbons, for his second touchdown of the game to tie it up. Incredible throw, incredible catch and routes from Trey McBride. And a nice drive to answer back against the Bucs. But now we're getting into a weird spot here, right? Where coming up on a halfway point through the third quarter, and both offenses seem like they're still going to continue being very effective. And how likely is it that we can manage to outscore them? I don't know. That's the problem, because our offense can go shot for shot with them, but are we going to make it happen on that play? Baker incomplete. That's the big question, is can we outscore them, or can our defense manage to get a stop and give us an advantage in that way? It's a quick throw slant. Jalen McMillan open. Just scored the touchdown last drive. Makes a play to the 39. Yeah, it seems like, we get a positive play on defense, and then they just completely negate it. Here's a run. Bucky Irving up the middle, finding nothing but a pile of bodies. Second and 10 from the 39. Baker gonna hand this one off. No, it's a read option. Baker has a lot of space. Running to the sidelines, finding space, breaking off a tackle somehow. And that's Baker's mentality. He doesn't want to slide. He doesn't want to duck out of bounds. He wants to take contact. He somehow breaks the tackle and keeps fighting to the 37. Here's a pass. Baker finding Mike Evans open for a catch. Again, Will Johnson draped all over him, but it doesn't seem to matter, as he makes a contested catch for the first down to the 25. Baker, another pass. Looking, finding a deep shot to Mike Evans. Again, his second on the game on the quarter round. Mike Evans just bullying Will Johnson now. And, yeah, I mean, our defense not really looking like they want to step up right now, which is not a good sight to see, because we're getting down on time where we're going to have to start making some tough decisions if we can't stop him on defense. But here's a good return. Calvin Allen with some space and a ton of it, and Jeeks back inside to get more to the 46-yard line. It's a great return. Great start. Calvin Allen has been much more efficient on the return game than Josh Ramos, I will say, which is very interesting. But the return here, James Conner taking it and gets nothing. He's not able to get anything there. Brings up a 2nd and 10. Second and 10 from the 46. Kyler takes the snap, looking pass, finds Marvin Harrison open on the drag route, getting the first down and more. Ton of yards after catch. Knocked hard out of bounds by Tyke Smith, but gets to the 28. That's a huge play. First down to the 28, looking maybe a little bit of an RPO action here. And this will be a quick one. Calvin Austin with a quick adjustment, makes a juke and gets gain of 13. Nice play from Calvin, first down. First down and 10 from the 15. 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Kyler looking pass, finding Marvin Harrison up the middle, can't get it to him. He tried, getting a little bit risky there with a little post route. We liked the leverage he had. He just could not come down with it. But he is off the field for a play. We're going to go quick pass. It's going to be caught. Calvin Austin, gain of 9. The 6-yard line sets us up for a much more manageable 3rd and 1. And we'll look probably run here with Trey Benson. And here is an inside zone. Trey Benson finding space for a touchdown to tie this one up. And both offenses, like I said, very good offenses that can find the end zone very easily. So it really is going to come down to which defense can make a stop and make a timely stop. So we'll see as we're winding down here. A minute and a half left in the third quarter as we kick this one back to the Buccaneers. Kareem Stockton with the return. Taking it out, takes a big hit again to the 21. He's been taking a lot of big hits on these kickoffs, but he's been very good at holding on to the football. There's been some players against us that have had struggles holding on to footballs on those returns. Here's a quick run. Oh my goodness, Cody Simon just absolutely obliterating Bucky Irvin there, which is interesting because Bucky was doing really solid on the ground early on and then kind of just shut him down ever since. And here's a run again and a flag. Let's see what that is. It's going to be holding on the offense. So it's going to be pushing back here. Luke Gadecki at fault on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 22 from the 9 now.
Still second down.
So a lot of ground to cover here. Coming in with a fullback. Under a minute to go. It's going to be a play action here. Baker finding Chris Godwin open, breaking a tackle, and he gets a first down. Just incredible play from Godwin and Baker, but it's just, that's a pathetic play on defense to not be able to get the stop there. And they pick up 23 yards on a 2nd and 22. That is terrible. We'll see if they take one more play. They will. It's going to be a handoff. Bucky Irving finding a gain of 6. That will take us to the 4th quarter. A tie game, 28-28, with only 1 quarter in regulation to go. This has been a matchup that has been living up to the hype from last season's playoff game against them. Home crowd really trying to hype up the defense here. Try to get a stop, give our offense a chance to take a lead. Here's pressure, but it's a quick throw out to the backup tight end who keeps breaking tackles. And he's just breaking a ton of tackles here. Gets the first down of the 48. So they're continuing to find success. Throwing it to anybody pretty much. So first down for Baker. 2 tight ends on the field. And this one's going to be a play action here. He's going to get it out to that tight end again. I believe his name is Meeks. Last name maybe. He gets 6 yards, and they're definitely trying to get him involved after the good plays he made earlier. So 2nd and 4. Under 9 minutes to go. It's going to be another pass. Baker getting pressured, sacked. It's Garrett Williams on the corner blitz who got in there, setting up a 3rd and 46, and that's what we needed. They've been so good at staying ahead of the sticks here. We put him into a 3rd and long here. Gives us a good chance. He's throwing it deep, though. It's Jalen McMillan with the catch and the first down of the 22. Puts Baker over 300 on the day, and that's just, again, incredible play from Jalen McMillan. Great throw from Baker. And we just did not have any chance to stop him there. Here's Bucky Irving finding a brick wall again. Loss of a yard on the run on first down. 2nd and 11. Just over 7 minutes to play. Baker drops back, looking, finding a man open, and it's a touchdown. Cade Otton, so easy, just right in between the zones of our cover 2 defense. And with 7 minutes left, they take a lead, 35-28. And their offense looking unstoppable at this point. And our defense looks horrible, pretty much horrible. But they're going to kick this one off here. Ramos with the return. Has some space, has some blocking, gets upended at the 28. So we'll see if we can continue going band for band with them. It's been a pretty much that type of game, the entire game. And it's going to be a Trey Benson run, trying to find something, but Diaby's all over it. Loss of 3. It's an incredible play from Diaby. We instantly say, all right, we need to go into our passing to gun here. Try to get a chunk here. Here's a quick throw. Mike Wilson makes a grab. That's a tough one, too. Threw it like last second that he could possibly make the catch, and he did. First down of the 38. That's an incredible play from him. We're changing the play here. Looking pass, going to go quick again. Marvin Harrison going to get close to the first down. 2nd and inches. You know, not the most enthralling routes ran for him today, but, you know, we're getting him involved. And the rack is something he's good at, so we'll see if we can continue doing that. Here's a quick RPO, getting out to Mike Wilson, who can't bring it in. Thought we had him. It was great coverage there. So 3rd and inches, this is huge. This is a huge down here. And we're trying to decide what we want to do here. We're going quick throw, going out to Trey Benson, who's wide open in the flat. Easy first down and a ton of space. Benson gets to the 23 out of bounds. But the time does keep ticking. We're in a really tough spot right now because we want to run the clock down, but we also don't at the same time. It's really a tough decision. We're going to go a little zig route. Marvin Harrison getting a first down to the 13. That one does stop the clock. But at this point, we are more so looking at trying to score so we can get a stop on defense or have time to score on offense. Either or. Here's to be a throw. Trey McBride again getting a catch close to the end zone. Gain of 11, first down. We're going hurry up here. 1st and goal from the 2. Looking for a pass. Quick one, and it's intercepted. And that's a huge mistake. Absolutely detrimental decision to throw that pass. Tyke Smith again getting another interception on Kyler Murray in his career in a playoff game. First down from the 7. Baker finding Godwin for a quick 4 yards. And that puts us in a really bad spot because now with 4:20, actually under 4 minutes to go, the Bucs have a lot of momentum here and a lot of chances to completely eradicate our chance to win. Motion, Cade Otton, but there's gonna be a flag. They just took way too long to motion, and it's gonna be a delay of game. And that pushes them back 5 yards. That's kind of a big spot there because again they're pinned down at their 6 now. And it's 2nd and 11. Can't really have that. So we're trying to pick a play here. We find something last minute. But 2nd and 11 from the 6-yard line. See what they do here. Baker looking pass. Finding, again, incomplete this time is Mike Evans. Will Johnson able to finally get a win up on Mike Evans and knocks the ball free. 3rd and 11 from the 6. 3:40 on the clock. This is a huge spot. Absolutely ginormous play here. Need to get a stop here to get the ball back. Baker looking, finding nothing. Almost takes a sack. Luckily gets it out in time. Nolan and easily put the pressure on. Easily got the hit. And another stop. Finally showing up for the defense. And we pin him down at the 6 again. Trying to block this one again. Cannot. Waitman punts this one to Allen, who's going to try to get a little bit extra. Gets to the 48. So 3.5 minutes to go. We have plenty of time to go 48 yards for a touchdown. Try to tie it up. Or if we want to, could try to win the game if we want to be ballsy. Here's James Conner on the run. Finding nothing. Only a yard. Malik Harrison on the play. It's been tough. They've been doing a really good job against the run past couple drives. We're going to bring out 2 running backs here. We're going to bring Benson back in after this play. Looking pass and getting pressured and almost take a sack. We just struck it in the general vicinity of Calvin Austin. Kyler no looking that one. Lucky to not throw another interception, but incomplete. The pressure coming in from, I believe it was Yaya Diaby again. He's been really good. 3rd and 9. It's a huge spot here. I mean, this is 4-down territory at this spot, right? You'd have to assume. We're getting pressured, throwing it, and it's intercepted again. Hunter Stringer makes the play, and that could do it. Another poor decision from Kyler Murray. And now our defense needs to get a stop. Huge hit from Cody Simon. Loss of 3 on the run. We take our first time out. This is our last stand here. Our defense needs to get a stop to give us a chance to get the ball back and score again. 2nd and 13. This feels like a passing spot, and it looks like it might be motioning Bucky Irvin to the right side. Baker looking pass, pressured, throwing it complete. Jalen McMillan getting 7 yards, 3rd and 6. We take our 2nd timeout. So this is a very important 3rd and 6 here. If they get the 1st down, they have a very good possibility to win this game. Bringing pressure, bringing a blitz. Pressured, incomplete. Could not connect. Will Johnson in there on the coverage, and they do not have Brandon Aubrey, so they're going to have to punt this one. Corliss Waitman knocking this one pretty much into the end zone. We're going to let it bounce into the end zone. 2.5 minutes with 1 timeout and a 2-minute warning to work with to go 80 yards, score a touchdown, and either go to overtime or go for 2 and try to win the game. But first, we need to go down and get the touchdown. So we're starting out, looking pass, going to go quick out to Mike Wilson, breaking a tackle, finding more space, and gets out of bounds to the 47. A huge 27-yard gain there to start off our drive. And that's an incredible play from Mike Wilson, who's had a great game. 1st down, Kyler tossing it out screen again and try to spin around, and again, just a loss of a yard because for some reason, our offensive line on the left side cannot run out for a screen for the life of them. It's terrible. That brings us to the 2-minute warning. 35-28. 1 timeout. Can we get the job done? Can we get into the end zone? And then we'll see if we decide to do anything interesting here or not. Here's to be a quick throw over the middle. Marvin Harrison open. Big play to the 39. We're in field goal range, but that does not matter. We need a touchdown. And again, we are not exactly rushing to get in the end zone here. We have time. And we're going to find an open man, Trey Benson this time, getting a bunch of yards here inside 10 to the 5. And a nice play, 1st down and goal from 5 now. Again, not taking any timeouts. The Bucs not taking any timeouts. They want to save theirs for a potential chance to have to go and drive down the field. The 1st and goal from the 5. We're letting the clock run down because we do not want to give them any time at this point. Kyler, handoff. Benson managing to get around the defenders. Loses a yard, but could have been worse. Again, continuing to run the clock down. Under 30 seconds here. Just about in. Looking to try to run again. James Conner. Handoff. Finding a yard back. We take a timeout. 22 seconds left. This is where we're going to have 2 chances to get into the end zone here. That is what we're thinking here. Try to take 2 passes, get in the end zone for a touchdown, and then we'll see from there. Looking, finding nothing, pressure, and we're just going to throw it away. So a huge 4th and goal from the 5 now. With 16 seconds, with no timeout, so if we don't get this touchdown, it is ball game. We need to score. We have to score to give us a shot to win this one. Trying to pick a play that we feel good about here with our red zone passing. 4th and goal from the 5. Kyler getting pressured, looking, rolling out. No one's there, and he's going to score. Kyler Murray. And they want us, Coach Suggestion wants us to go for it. I agree. With 11 seconds left, I don't trust going to overtime. Our defense has not been able to show up. Last play, 2-minute warning. No, 2-point conversion. I mean, it's going to be Kyler running in for a touchdown. Kyler Murray taking the lead, 36-35 with 11 seconds to go. The Bucs have all 3 timeouts, but that probably won't matter. They won't use all of them. They're going to have to return here. Tez Johnson going to take it out. Gets a nice return. Uh-oh. Great return. Brandon Aubrey with a tackle. 6 seconds left. Maybe 1 or 2 more plays from the 43 here. They're going to have to get a big chunk here. Maybe take a timeout for Chase McLaughlin or take a shot at the end zone. But They're looking Hail Mary here. Baker takes a shot. It's up. It's still up, and it's incomplete, and that's going to be it. What a game. Cardinals 36-35 over the Buccaneers. Win. Send the Buccaneers home just like they did to them last year. And the Cardinals are going to move on and play the Packers at home next week for the NFC Championship game against the team that beat them very badly earlier this year. Wow. I mean, just an incredible game. Incredible game. Defenses and offenses alike made plays, but in the end, Kyler was able to clutch up and run it in himself with the touchdown boot, roll out to the left, and then 2-point conversion to the right side. Kyler had a solid game other than the interceptions. Baker had a really good game. Obviously 5 touchdowns. Run game and Bucky, we locked down in the second half. James Conner and Benson did pretty solid. Baker had a couple big runs on us, but nothing too crazy. Mike Wilson had a great game. Jalen McMillan looked really good against us. Benson was great in the receiving game. Marvin was good. K. Doughton had a touchdown. Evans had 2 touchdowns. Trey McBride had 2 touchdowns. Defense was existent. We got 2 sacks. We threw 2 picks. So, very close game. But, Buccaneers are an incredible team, obviously. They were able to really go down to the wire with us there. But we managed to come away with the win. I still can't believe it. But it was ballsy, but it worked. We were 15-2. We didn't want to leave it up to overtime with how our defense was playing. We decided, let's trust our offense. That has been so good all year. And that brings us the victory, and we head to the NFC Championship game. So thank you all for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.